Hello, and welcome to Radiantly Around. If you have found my channel, you're probably on a search for the most important person in your life, and that's you. And over the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about closure, and we've talked about how closing the doors on certain things and closing chapters in our lives, it elevates and is a big catalyst for our healing journey. And today, I want to touch on something else. I want to touch on forgiving yourself. I want to look at what you might be holding on to that's causing you to stay in the ruts of the past. We are so easy to extend grace and to extend forgiveness to others, but it's always a struggle to extend that same grace and forgiveness to ourselves. And usually that's because we're our biggest critics. We are our harshest judges. And so when we find ourselves having to look back at a mistake that we've made or look back on at how we've not gone as far as we want to go, we talk to ourselves real bad. We talk to ourselves very different than what we would talk to someone else. I mean, just take something as simple as, and this, I'm talking about myself here too, as a habit that we're going to start losing weight. I'm starting this losing weight journey on Monday, and we start strong Monday. We do great Tuesday, and we fall off on Wednesday. Have you ever thought about the things that you say to yourself when you fall off? And have you ever thought about how you don't extend yourself any grace? Because I know I've told myself I knew I wasn't gonna do it. I pulled up in McDonald's window. This is just too hard. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do it. But at the same token, I'm of great encouragement and great empowerment to someone else. Might even be texting them, make sure you don't pull up to McDonald's today. So that's what I want to get into today. How we can have so much grace for everyone else but ourselves. And I know it is so hard because who do you talk about the least? It's yourself, right? You're not out bragging on yourself about how wonderful you truly are, about how beautiful you are, about all the great things that you've accomplished in just one day, let alone over several days, weeks, months, or years. No one's doing that. We're always uplifting and always giving the benefit of the doubt to someone else. Well, this is time. It's time to put that past in the past, and it's time to forgive yourself and allow yourself that grace for the decisions that you made back then. Because if you really think about it, holding on to yesterday only hinders you from moving forward. Punishing yourself over and over for the decisions that you made yesterday, it's not going to change anything. What's going to change if you keep on playing that same mistake or that same thing that happened, the same past? If you keep repeating that, putting that on repeat in your mind, does it change it? Did it still happen? Of course it did. It won't change anything. It only hinders you from moving on forward. And then where you have to give yourself grace. No one does anything perfectly. I mean, let's take parenthood. When we're first parents, we don't know. You can read the books, you can ask for the advice, but essentially, you're going to be the one to make those decisions for that child. You are going to be the one that has to live with those decisions for that child. So, how could you have known that the decision that you were making wasn't going to be the very best decision at that time? You took what you knew. You used what was available to you. You took the knowledge that you had at that time and you made a decision. Why wouldn't you be able to give yourself grace for that? We have to apply this with everything in life. You did the best that you could do with the knowledge and the tools that you had at the time. You made the best decisions that you could make with the resources that you had at the time. So you should be able to you absolutely have the power. You have the permission to allow yourself the grace to forgive that and to move forward. It's absolutely necessary. You couldn't have known. And to go even further, we weren't even the same. I'm not even the same woman that I was last week. I'm pretty sure that you can look back and say, I'm not the same person that I was last year. Certainly not the same person that I was 10 years ago. I was more naive. I was more forgiving. I was even more willing to take risks. Whereas now, I've learned those lessons. I've learned those lessons. There's some things that I will not go back to. There are things that I will no longer allow. And so now I'm allowing myself that grace. I'm giving myself that time. I'm giving myself that space. I'm honoring who I was without bringing her forward. I honored her and I laid her to rest because she does not have the capacity. The old Tiffany don't have the capacity to do what the new Tiffany does. The old Tiffany wouldn't be on here talking. The old Tiffany wouldn't be able to share anything about her story. So while I honor her and thank her for getting me this far, she can't come with me. She has to stay back there in the past. I also forgive me. I allow myself the grace because that Tiffany just simply didn't know. She was learning. But now that I have, and I'm allowing myself that grace, I can't stay there. And neither can you, right? And nobody says, I know we've been talking about closure. And like I said before, so often we attribute closure as to we're waiting on an explanation or an apology from someone else. We're waiting on the reason why we got hurt in this situation. And remember, we talked about there's no point in waiting on that. The only permission that you need to move forward is your own permission, right? So I say that to say this you are the only one that can give yourself permission to forgive yourself. You don't need anyone else's permission for that either. You don't have to make out a long list of apologies. Now, I'm not saying you can't apologize for some things. We all have to. I'm going through. I mean, there's some apologies that I just want to say because I want to get it off my chest. However, as long as I made it right with God Himself and I make it right with me, I can move forward. Because who's to say that I don't go with these apologies and they say, hey, I'm not forgiving it. And I would have to live with it. I mean, that's not right. But I've allowed myself that grace. I know that I wasn't perfect. And I'm still not. I'm still healing. I've come a long way. I definitely want to help someone else along their journey, but I'm still healing. I'm healing in real time. And I thank God that I'm getting better with each day. Every day I find out something new. Every day I crush the fears that I've been holding for so long. Every day I'm able to use my voice to be of encouragement and empowerment to some lady out there who's exactly where I've been. Yes. And I thank God for that. I thank God. I thank Him every day. I wouldn't be where I am without Him. And if you don't know Him, if you don't have a relationship with God as your Father, as your Savior, as your best friend, as your sister, as your brother, as your mother, as your father, then I advise you to get that right. That is the ultimate tool, the ultimate resource in all that we do. Give it to God. Lay it at His feet and not only does He allow you grace, you'll also be able to allow yourself that same grace. Now, I'm so glad that you all have joined me. I do have some really exciting news and updates that I wanted to share with you all. I got my website published, www.radiantlycrown.com. It will be linked below. I have been doing, I don't know if you all have caught them, but I have been doing daily videos. I'm on a 30-day journey in which I just talk about practical insights and tools. And y'all, it has really been helping me. If you are someone who is thinking about starting a channel or just want to get on social media and do some things, do a 30-day challenge. It has really been helping me. I can't even lay down if I hadn't got that video out. And you can catch those on YouTube. You can catch those on my other platforms as well. And my other platforms are linked as well. And also excited that I'm able to offer 20 free sessions to any man or woman who has something that they want some guidance through, another perspective, a fresh set of eyes, someone who can help you get to the next level on that, move past it, get some closure. It does not have to be romantically related. It could be anything. Maybe it's your job. Maybe you're trying to figure what are your next steps. Maybe that's toxic. Whatever it is, I have 20 free sessions. I have free sessions available, and I would be more than happy to hold a space for you and help you map out your next steps. Click that link below. Get yours while they're still out there. I'm trying to think, is there any other updates? Of course, I've told you I'm an author. You can find my book, Beautifully Scarred. It's a poetic devotional, 10 days, and it's a catalyst for wherever you are in your healing journey. It can be found on Amazon, and so, yeah, definitely. And I just want to thank you for tuning in, for supporting me. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Hey, I'm also on a journey. I'm trying to get my subscribers up on YouTube. You can support me by simply subscribing. It don't cost anything. It's free. And if you want to check me out on any other platforms, they are linked below. I definitely want to thank you for taking the time to tune in. I want you to remember that healing is a choice that every single woman has the right to make. And until next time, may your day be as gorgeous as you are. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.